Now, here come the Warriors, and I see Draymond has punched Jordan Poole, and there's about 5 to 10 seconds of, oh, my God. And then 10 seconds later, it was like, well, yeah. That doesn't surprise me one bit at all. First of all, Draymond punching someone never surprises me. Draymond's a hothead. Draymond loses it a few times a year. He'll be the first one to tell you, I would bet, the next time he talks, I lost it. I got ahead of myself. I do that. We know this about Draymond. How's that going to surprise you? But the idea that Jordan Poole is coming up in this business and wants to tell everybody about it, wants to be that guy, thinks he's the one, time for the bag, time to be somewhere where he can average 26 a night and be that one where people are wearing jerseys in the stands. Hello? This has been that the whole time. If you couldn't see that coming, and the fact that that is going to have an effect on these Warriors and the decisions they make next, I don't know what to tell you. Jordan's been screaming money time.
Of course.
For a year.
And he's deserving of a big bag.
Yep.
And whether or not he gets it with the Warriors, he will get at the end of this year. And I don't believe that they're going to extend him before the season starts. I'm kind of the same mind as you, where if I'm Bob Myers, I might as well move to Missouri, the show me state, because you want to see it from Jordan Poole. And Draymond Green, he already asked for a max extension, and I don't know if they laughed openly, but there was definitely some laughter when that came out, because Draymond, you're not getting the max. And meanwhile, Andrew Wiggins just goes about doing what he does. If Steph Curry doesn't go incendiary in Game 4 against Boston, Wiggins might have been the NBA Finals MVP.
Oh, my gosh,
he was incredible.
Yeah.
So Wiggins knows he's going to get his whenever that happens. But Jordan Poole, the Poole question is fascinating. And I guarantee you he's come into camp and the trip to Japan and all the rest of it, and he's feeling himself, as he should. And Draymond Green should not have punched his teammate in the face. But what do we know about Steve Kerr and Michael Jordan? We know that they got in a fight back in training camp in the 90s, and Jordan basically punched Steve Kerr in the face, and everything was okay. So this does not mean that the Warriors season is immediately over. To me, it's interesting, though, as it pertains to the future. This year, is it the last dance? Does Draymond Green opt in? Do the Warriors pay Jordan Poole the big bag? I don't think either one happens. I think Draymond Green opts out. I think Jordan Poole ultimately signs elsewhere.
Really?
This, to me, feels like the last dance.
Draymond Green opts out of. I'm trying to imagine the way this season would go to the point where Draymond Green would opt out of the Warriors and get a big bag somewhere else.
Just a longer bag.
But his whole career has been defined by us all believing that while Draymond Green, incredibly important to the Warriors and gets a lot of credit, everybody, maybe everybody other than Draymond, believes that Draymond is best with the Warriors. If you take him and put him somewhere else where he's not playing with the Splash Brothers, he is a lesser version of himself by definition.
Maybe.
And therefore not worth that kind of money. Like, where would he go where he would be Draymond Green? Like
the Lakers.
He would?
Yes.
Really?
He shares an agent with LeBron James.
I mean, so
he shares a pickleball team with LeBron James.
So they can age together?
Yes, exactly. So the Lakers say, you know what, Draymond? You opt out, and we're going to give you 3 years instead of the 1 year, because he's got a 1 year deal.
3 years and what?
3 and 60, so 20 per. So you take an annual pay cut, but you get a 3 year. You get a 3 year length. And by the way, do you think Draymond Green deep down doesn't want to play the heel at some level?
Maybe. And look,
and go play with his bestie, LeBron James?
I'm not saying that I can't see it, but to take 3 and 60, why not just opt into 27 and then believe at the end of your 27, which would be after 2 more seasons, to equal your 3 and 60, you would just need to sign another 2 year 22
and 33.
20. Yeah. Like, so that's a $16 million a year deal.
But what do we
the
know
Warriors
about?
Would probably give him that.
But what do we know about Draymond and this front office? There's been some contention. He was not happy when he got suspended over the KD thing.
But there's been more of the opposite. No, like Bob Myers and Draymond have largely had one another's backs.
Absolutely.
Through the years.
Yes.
Largely.
Yes, but you get to a point where now this happens, and we'll see what the punishment is. And I think it'll be no suspension because the league will not mandate that they do anything.
They're not letting this guy stay home for ring night.
Exactly.
I would literally be ticked if they did
what's
that.
What's the team going to do? The team's not going to suspend him for a game. The team will probably hit him with $50,000. Oh, maybe it's $100,000, which is, you brush your shoulders off.
No podcasting
Jay-Z.
For a week.
Exactly right. Go to your room.
You can go to ring night, but you can't talk after it.
Whatever it is.
Whatever.
I don't think that the punishment is going to be too harsh, but I look at a situation and think about this. If the Warriors do extend Jordan Poole, let's say the Warriors come out in the next week or so and say, you know what, Jordan, you're our future. Here's $5 and $150.
Could happen.
How's that going to play for Draymond?
Yeah,
so Draymond wanted a max,
great.
And now you give Jordan Poole a 9-figure bag, and Draymond's going to be like, happy for you, JP. You earned it.
Here's my guess. And if, as Anthony Slater said an hour ago on this station, that Jordan Poole showed up in the building as a rookie believing that he was worth $100 million, and now he's proven that he is worth $100 million, does that sound like the kind of guy that wants to sign now for just a nice little, discounted rate that'll give everybody flexibility?
Right.
No, the reason I don't think they're going to sign him next week is not because I think they don't like him. It's not because I don't think they want him long term. My guess is Jordan's going to come in and ask for the moon. And the Warriors are A, not in position to give it, and B, probably not desiring to give it. They got a lot of cooks in the kitchen. They've got a lot of mouths to feed. And Jordan, no matter how well he plays this year, here's the fact, Jack. You aren't the number one mouth here. Not now, not next year, not the year after that.
2027.
And that's why I believe and have believed for a long time that Jordan Poole's future is more likely to not be here than it is to be here. Simply because they not only can they not pay everyone, I don't think the Warriors can offer Jordan what he wants. It's not just a bag. Everything about Jordan Poole suggests that he thinks he's a 1. Well, that job's taken here. And so's the 2.
Right.
And maybe so's the 3. Hey, Jordan, how about a job as the 4? Get out of here.
Unless they give him a $10 million a year bonus for 6th man of the year. I don't know if he can be happy. Think about it. He's, 22 years old. He'll turn 23 at some point this year. He did play 30 minutes a night last year, which is basically starter's minutes. He averaged 18 and a half a game, which is legit. That's a starter level points per game.
Remember, though, half the year no Clay, and then Steph injuries, right? Load management. But that's going to
be the same thing this year.
Maybe, no, Clay's not going to miss half the year, and I would imagine
Clay's going to miss 20 games.
He's going to play back-to-backs this time. Yeah, some, right? Not all of them.
If I put the over-under on Klay Thompson games played at 62, I'll take the over.
I'll take the over, but I do it for my team.
And I'm not saying he gets hurt. I'm just saying in general, the Warriors are going to approach this year with their great depth. DiVincenzo, get out there, Kuminga, Moody, all the rest of them. PB&J, they're going to have sandwiches for everyone.
Love it.
There's going to be a lot of the depth that's going to be played. The Warriors are not chasing the 1 seed. They're not chasing 74 and 8. They're gonna load manage this thing from start to finish. So Jordan Poole's going to get his minutes.
Oh, he's going to get his time, no doubt. But also,
it's more about what you talk about, and I think about the Tom Cruise movie with Cuba Gooding Jr. when he's looking for that Quan.
Oh, the ambassador of Quan.
He wants to be the ambassador.
Oh, you my ambassador, Quan.
He wants that Quan. He wants that respect.
I had a fantasy football team the year that Quan Alexander played for the 49ers. The ambassadors of Quan, but spelled, KWON.
I like that.
I think the Jerry Maguire one, I might be wrong, is that QUAN,
Correct.
ambassadors of Quan.
And that's what Jordan Poole wants. He wants the bag alert, the major bag alert, but he also wants that Quan where, you're the guy. You're getting the ball.
Yes.
You're down 3 with 3:12 to go in the 4th. We're running it through you.
He wants to go to break in an NBA game with Mark Jackson.
We going to break?
Mama, there goes that man.
Totally.
That's what he wants.
Hand down, man down.